My name is Regina. I am 27 years old. I live in a small apartment. 2 months ago, I lost my job. It was a very difficult time. I tried hard to find new work. I sent many letters and waited for calls, but no one called me back. Months passed. I felt more and more worried. My savings were gone, and I needed money for rent and food. One day, my best friend Katie visited me. She saw I was sad. She told me something very strange. "Regina," she said, "some rich people want babies but cannot have them, so they pay other women to carry their babies." I laughed. It sounded like a crazy idea. "Katie," I said, "that is not real." But Katie was serious. She said it was true. I stopped laughing. I thought about my empty bank account and unpaid bills. I needed money. That night, I could not sleep. I sat on my sofa and opened my laptop. I saw an advertisement. It said private agreement, $600,000, must be healthy. I read the words again. $600,000. This huge amount could solve all my problems. The next day, I arrived at the address given in the advertisement. It was a very big house. My hands were shaking as I rang the doorbell. The door opened. A man stood there. He was tall and handsome, but he did not smile. He said, "My name is Aaron. Do you know why you're here?" I nodded. I knew why I was there. Because I needed money and he needed a baby. Aaron talked about the rules. He said there will be no love, no feelings between us. This is a business agreement. He also said, after the baby is born, there will be no contact. You will not see the baby again. You will not see me again. And you must not tell anyone about this. No friends, no family, no one. You must live in my house for 9 months, from today until the baby arrives. Live here, away from everything. I thought about my empty bank account. I thought about the bills I could not pay. I thought about the fear I felt every day. This money, $500,000, would change everything for me. I needed this. I had no other choice. Aaron held out a paper. It was the contract. I took the pen and signed the contract. My new 9 months had started. Living in Aaron's big house felt very strange. It was a very quiet place. I felt alone most of the time. I had to follow many rules. I could not use my phone. I could not talk to my friends. I could not go outside the house. I missed my old apartment sometimes, but I knew I had to stay here for 9 months. A doctor came to the house every day. She checked on me and the baby. She always asked if I felt well. Aaron was always busy with his work. He was always in his office. I did not see him much during the day. He never smiled. One evening, Aaron was sitting alone in the living room. He looked at me and said, "You can sit if you want." I walked into the room and sat on a chair near the sofa. He began to talk. He told me about his past. Aaron said his wife died 2 years ago, and with her, their baby also died. My heart felt heavy. I did not know this. "I just want a family again," he said. I listened to him. I did not say anything. There were no words I could say. Aaron was not just the cold man with many rules. He was a man who had lost everything and wanted to build something new. That night, after I went back to my room, I could not stop thinking about him. Before, I had only thought about the money. Now, I only think of Aaron. We talked about our lives, our work. One afternoon, we sat outside in the garden. Aaron turned to me. "Have you thought about names for the baby?" he asked. My heart jumped. "Yes," I said. "If it is a boy, I like Leo. It means brave. And if it is a girl, I like Olivia. It means peace." He took out a small notebook and wrote the names in it. This simple act felt like a deep connection. I was falling in love with him, but I remembered the contract. No love, no feelings, no future. These words told me that what I was feeling was wrong. I had agreed to these rules, but my heart did not listen. My feelings for him were growing. One morning, I was sitting at the table eating breakfast. There was a knock at the door. A woman stood there. She was very beautiful. Her face, however, was red with anger. She looked very wealthy and very upset. She looked at Aaron. "Who is she?" she asked. She did not even look at me, but her question was clearly about me. Aaron said, "She is the surrogate." She got very angry. She shouted, "You really think this will fix you? This is your answer?" I froze. My heart began to beat fast. The woman was Aaron's ex-fiancée. I wanted to run and hide, but my feet could not move. After a while, the woman turned and left the house. I walked back to my room. Aaron came to my room. He did not ask how I was or if I was okay after the morning's event. He said, "She does not matter." I said, "Do I matter?" He said nothing. He just turned around and walked out of the room. There was no answer. One afternoon, I decided to clean Aaron's desk. He was not home. I opened a small drawer. Inside, I saw a photo. I picked it up. My heart stopped. It was a picture of me, but it was not a new photo. It was a photo from before I met Aaron. But how did Aaron have it? Aaron had known about me. He had found out about me before I even came here. He knew my past, but he never told me. Later, when Aaron came home, I showed him the photo, then at me. His face did not change much. I asked him, "Why do you have this photo? Why did you check my life?" He said, "I needed to know. I needed to know you were safe. I needed to know you were honest. I needed to know you were real." I felt like I was an object, not a person. Tears filled my eyes. "I am not just some deal," I cried. "I am a person. I have feelings. You cannot just check my life like I am a product. You cannot just use me." Aaron said nothing. He did not try to stop my tears. He did not explain more. My heart was breaking into 1,000 pieces. My dream, my hope, everything was gone. I could not stay here anymore. I walked to my room. I took out my clothes. I began to pack my bags. I was going to leave. 2 weeks passed. I was no longer at Aaron's big house. I lived with my best friend, Katie. I felt a little better, but I often thought about Aaron. I missed him. I tried to forget the past, but it was hard. One morning, I put my hand on my stomach. Suddenly, I felt a small movement. It was the baby's kick. I wished Aaron was there. Later that day, there was a knock at the door. My heart beat fast. I opened it. It was Aaron. He was holding flowers. His face looked tired. "Regina," he said, "I broke my own rules. I know I said no love, but I fell in love with you." I could not believe what I was hearing. He continued, "I want you to stay, not just to raise the baby. I want you to stay with me, to be my family." I walked closer to him. I looked into his eyes. I saw hope. "Yes, Aaron," I said. "Yes, I will stay." This was a new beginning. This was real. This was not about money. It was about two people, a baby, and a true connection. If you like this story, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.